Hey, what's up guys? E back with another action figure review, and today we are looking at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Age of Apocalypse Colossus Build-A-Figure wave. We're looking at Magneto. So this is the third figure in the wave that I am reviewing. So far I've reviewed Sabretooth and Cyclops. Moving on to Magneto, you can see him displayed here without a Build-A-Figure. He is the 2 per case, so you do not need him to build your Colossus. There is the front, here is the side art, which is pretty darn cool, and on the back side we get the same art along with the rest of the wave displayed below and the Build-A-Figure on the left. Read up at the top reads, Magneto casts off his anti-human sentiments and carries on Xavier's dream of peaceful coexistence, thereby funding the X-Men. Alright, so out of the package, Magneto looks like this. We got 2 open hands attached to the figure, and we have the head sculpt without the helmet on. With that being said, he does come with several alternate parts for you to swap out. For starters, he comes with a pair of fists. Then we get a pair of effects that you can wrap around his wrist or his hands, so you can imitate his powers. Last but not least, he comes with an alternate head sculpt, and this one has his helmet attached. So you can see we get the sculpted hair at the bottom and the I guess I'll call these ponytails or pigtails on the sides. But very nice that we get an alternate head and not a swappable helmet. So here's your close look at the head sculpt of Magneto, and I think it came out very good. You can see all the detail on the hair. We got 2 tones of white for the hair color. We get bands, purple bands painted onto the hair pigtails there, and then going down to the torso. We can already tell that this is the same body mold from the Family Matters 3-pack Magneto. At least the torso and the legs are. So nothing is new there. There's the boots, there's the forearms, and I do like the cape. The cape is different than the one from that 3-pack. And then here's your look at him with his helmet head on, which looks very menacing. So I do like the look of this. Face sculpt came out very good. The paint job within the helmet looks good and clean, so I do like that. You can even see the eyebrows there. So here's a closer look at him with his open hands, and now with those effects being put to use. And here's a look at him with his fisted hands. Alright, so we're going to try to run through the articulation with the helmet version on, although I think it's going to be the same either way, because the hairpiece is going to be hindering his movement. So looking up, it's going to be very stiff, obviously. It's to be expected. And then we get this collar piece from the cape hindering his motion down. So it is what it is. Left and right gets a little bit hindered, but you could still accomplish it. You can see here, and some head tilts, but the head is on a ball jointed peg. And then also, if you want, you can remove the cape. It doesn't even peg into the back. You can see the peg hole is there, but they went with just laying it on his shoulders, which I kind of prefer sometimes, because that peg, sometimes the peg just jumps out of the peg hole by itself, and it just kind of gets annoying, because then it starts, like, I don't know. I think this works just fine, so I'm fine with that. If you want to see him without the cape, let's see what that looks like. There you go. There's your Magneto without it. Looks a little bit bare. But anyway, that will, I guess, allow for more movement. And then here's the other head as well. Sorry if you hear beeping. That's the microwave. Arms go all the way around, forward and back. They go in and out. There you go. This one's kind of, there you go. Got a little bit stuck. Goes all the way out. Now, this is without the cape again. So, definitely not going to be able to do that with it on. So let's get it back on, and I guess we'll stick with the on-helmet version. Well, I guess you can get, I mean, you can't go as high as we just did, but it's still pretty good, if you ask me. Back down, and then forward and back, of course. Gets a little bit hindered there. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. Gets hindered by the forearm gauntlet piece, but you still get a 90-degree bend. Swivel at the wrist with a hinge. That's a regular hinge. Yep. And then we get an ab crunch at the torso. Waist swivel. T-jointed legs kick forward. All the way up. And then back down. In and out about this far. Thigh swivels. Double jointed knees. Shin swivel. Hinge forward and back at the foot. And there's a rocker, but there's no swivel at the ankle. So here we have him next to the Family Matters 3-pack Magneto, which isn't the greatest Magneto ever, but it's the best one we have so far, I think. Not counting the new one that we just got right now. But side by side, you can see they do share similar body molds here. You can also see the stark difference between the two designs. And here he is next to Cyclops from this very wave, Age of Apocalypse. And of course, they go very well together. And here's Sabretooth from this wave. Just showing you guys how tall he is by leaving him out of frame, but he is standing right next to him. If we pan out just a little bit and put them towards the back, you can see now they're all in frame, and obviously, even though Magneto is a pretty tall dude and a tall figure, Sabretooth definitely has a lot more height. Alright, and here's Morph. I figured I'd throw in some of the Age of Apocalypse Wave 1 figures. So we'll start off with this one right here. And I was really looking forward to putting him next to Nate Gray, and there he is, looking pretty good. And here is Sunfire. Then we got Jean Grey. Next up we have Wildchild. And then lastly here I'll throw in Weapon X. And that wraps things up on this review of Magneto from the Age of Apocalypse Series 2, the Colossus Build-A-Figure Wave. Remember, no Build-A-Figure with this figure. Just a very cool Magneto from Age of Apocalypse. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, everyone, take care, take it easy, and have a great day. Bye.
That's crispy.